Hi there, Wildcats. Welcome back to our lesson for today. Um, when we started with our stay home policy, there are a lot of people around the globe get bored and they made use of the social media, especially on Facebook, to post some mathematics problem. They just barely starting, they started with a simple problem like this. So can you solve this problem? 6 divided by 2, the quantity 1 plus 2 is equal to blank. They posted, they reposted, and they waited for um, comments from their Facebook friend. And then they will tell you if their answer is right. And this problem gave like a huge debate on what will be the answer. Okay. Another one, of course, people get bored and they transpose the problem instead of a simple problem like this. They have this one. It's a picture. You need to figure out first what will be the amount of the shoe, what will be the amount of the person. It's a numerical amount. And then here comes another example of that. They made use of McDonald's fries, soda, and burger. People get bored and they have this. And after this video, I want you to go back on the video and I want you to answer this. What will be your answer? And I want you to post that in our discussion board. All right. So, because today our lesson is all about order, order of, sorry about my handwriting, order of operation. So, I do assume that you know it already when we say order of operation. When we when you were in your 8th grade, your teacher taught you the word PEMDAS. And this is our guide on the order of operation. Your P stands for parenthesis. Your X stands for exponent. Your M is multiplication. Your D is division. Your A is addition. And your S is subtraction. Okay, so this will be our baseline. This will be our foundation on solving order of operation. But as we go on with in today's discussion, we will be I'm going to discuss to you the common misconceptions that we do in order of operations, most especially on Facebook world. There's a lot of misconceptions that they are arguing with. That's why I told you that this is a huge um, debate on social media during the stay home policy that we have. Of course, people get bored on that particular days. Now, how come that we have this order? It is because the basic principle of order of operation is more powerful operations have priority over the less powerful ones. Okay, so let's start with our first example, a simple example. Let us say I have here 10 minus 3, or 10 minus 5, I should say. 10 minus 5 minus 3. And then the same number, if I'll put here 10 minus 5 parenthesis minus 3. So the same number, okay, the same position of number, the only difference is that the 5 minus 3 on the first one were not grouped, but the second one, 5 minus 3, were grouped together. Okay, now the mathematics has established a convention on how are we going to answer this one. The first one is if they have the same operations, you have to start from left to right as general. So you start from left, from left to right. Okay, so that is one of the general convention or agreement. So the answer here would be 10 minus 5, which will give us 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. And then minus 3 will give us 2 as the answer. By applying the first agreement, which is if you have the same operation, we start from left through right. The second one is we have the grouping. Again, we are applying our rule PEMDAS. Okay, so parenthesis first. So we start with the parenthesis, which is 5 minus 3, which will give us 2, minus 10 will give us 8. So that is how we have to use our PEMDAS. However, okay, when we have to apply your PEMDAS, it doesn't mean that your M and D and A and S, we consider these operations to be the same. So as what I'm saying, it's multiplication division is considered to be the same operation, but multiplication is the opposite of division. Division is the opposite of multiplication. The same with addition and subtraction. Example, we have 10 divided by 2, let's say multiply that by 5. Okay, so what are we going to do is we have to start from left through right. Okay, we have to follow the first convention or agreement that we have. So which is we started from left to right, which is as what I am telling you, there's a huge debate on this. But again, we have to apply the rule, which is from left to right, if they have the same operation. So if we are going to answer this one, so 10 divided by 2, which is 5, and then you multiply that by 5, which will give you 25. That is an equal sign, sorry. Okay, this is 25. Why? Because if you are going to apply your PEMDAS and you say, hey, mister, multiplication go first before division. So if you multiply this, that will give you, you have 10 divided by 2 times 5. You say, I have to multiply it first because if I'm going to made use of the PEMDAS, it says their multiplication first. So I'll multiply 2 times 5, which will give me 10, and then 10 divided by 10, 10 divided by 10 will give me 1. No, this is wrong. Okay, because on the word PEMDAS, okay, M and D will be considered the same operation because they're just only opposite. So we have to do it from left through right. And on PEMDAS, it is not saying that you go multiplication first before division. In PEMDAS, it's saying that multiplication or division. So from left through right. Okay, because the word PEMDAS already many of us, we made use of PEMDAS as a memory aid. Okay, because I can memorize the order of operation using PEMDAS. We made use of the memory aid. Yeah, it's good to use that, but it's better to understand the principle of the PEMDAS. Okay, so we have to make sure that your multiplication and division, and then we have addition or subtraction. So you start still from left through right. Another example is if we have, let us say I have here 10. I'll change the color. So 10 divided by 5 times 3 minus, let us say, 2. So what will be our answer here? So our answer here, it's the same process. So we start from left, going to the right. However, on this particular example, because the subtraction is at the end, we still have to do your PEMDAS. Okay, we will not start with the multiplication. Okay, again, your M and D is considered to be as 1. So we have to start with 10 divided by 5, which will give us 2 times 3 minus 2. So 2 times 3 is 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 will give us 4. So our answer there will be 4. However, if our problem looks like this, 2 minus 10 divided by 5 times 3. So it's not, this is not subtraction, it's addition. So let us say we add that. So still from left to right, applying your still PEMDAS. So 2 plus 10. So because this is addition, so we start with 10 divided by 5 times 3. Okay, because it's multiplication division first, and then we go addition and subtraction. So this is 10 divided by 5, which will give us 2 times 3, which is, you have plus 2 there, and we still have the multiplication. So 2 times 3 will give us 6 plus 2. Therefore 2 plus 6 will be 8. Again, I don't want you to commit an error on the PEMDAS. PEMDAS is used as a memory aid, but I want you to master the principle of the PEMDAS. All right. So let's take a look at this a little complicated example. Let's do 20 squared. Let's divide that by, let's divide this one by a group of 3 minus or times negative 4 squared. Negative 4 squared plus 2. Okay, so using our memory aid, again, we are just using your PEMDAS. We have to make sure that we know the principle on this one. So we have PEMDAS. Okay, parenthesis, and then exponent. So your parenthesis 20 squared will give us a 400. Divide this 1 pi. We still have 3 here. And then exponent, because we have exponent. Negative 4 squared will give us positive 16 plus 2. All right, so what's next on this? So 400, divide this 1 by, of course, we have your parenthesis here, 3 times 16, which will give us 48 plus 2. And then take a look at the groupings. 48 and 2 are in one group. So that's another parenthesis that we have. So we have 400. Sorry. So 400, divide this one by 48 plus 2, which is 50. Maybe I can just remove your parenthesis. So that's 50, and then our answer to this will be 400 divided by 50 is 8. So that is your the ruling on PEMDAS. Okay, so let's just summary the rules. First is your PEMDAS. Let's start with parenthesis first. This parenthesis is referring to as one group. Often it's often help us to remember their purpose and rules. So we start with the parenthesis first, and then next is your exponent. So those are the number on top of your variable or your numbers. So we start with the exponent, and then second is multiplication and division next. Neither takes priority, and when there is a consecutive string of them, they are performed left to right. I'll repeat, multiplication and division. Second is same, addition and subtraction. So again, neither takes priority, and a consecutive string of them are performed from left to right. Okay, so I want you to go to your assignment on order of operations, and if you have question, just let me know. See you next time. Bye-bye.